think we don't really consider the risk to ourselves until, something
slaps you in the face.
Something literally slaps you in the face.
Like Mike Tyson, everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
He's talking about you, Mike Tyson was there.
Yeah. Maybe he hit me.
It looked like it.
Yeah, it did. That was a mess.
Yeah, it is true. And that is the thing. And I think we all, because we don't like to think about the worst things happening to us, we don't think it actually will happen. But the stats are quite scary, actually. Oh, no. I think when I know.
9 a.m, mate, strap in.
It's too early in the day. I haven't eaten breakfast. You were talking about death and life insurance. And I'm an optimist. So, this is going to be a tough conversation.
I hate to break it to you, you're going to die, mate.
No, I'm not. Stop lying. Poppycock.
Even worse, I'm going to talk about the probability of death and critical
illness. Let's go. Strap in.
Yeah, so when you look at the probability and when we look at the stats, you've got 1 in 4 chance of suffering a critical illness before the age of 65. And a 1 in 4 chance of suffering an illness, which means that you can't work before the age of 65.
Critical illness, is that like
what is a critical
breaking
illness?
a leg, or is that like an actual illness?
Yeah, so that's a great question, because they do all sound very similar, and we do use lots of jargon, I think, in the protection market, which is super unhelpful. So critical illness is covering you against a serious event. So we would say something which is going to make a real difference to your life. So being diagnosed with cancer, having a heart attack, having a stroke, being diagnosed with MS. So it's something where you would need a sum of money in order to be able to get yourself through that. So if you think about that, and that's a 1 in 4 chance.
1 in 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Sorry. They're the stats. It's not me.
There's 5 people in this room.
Yeah. One of you's going to get ill. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Is it too early to start drinking yet?
Yeah.
And then the income protection is for the illness cover. So that is your breaking a leg, falling down the stairs. It's, being diagnosed with mental health and, hurting your back. It covers such a range of different illnesses, but that is what that statistic means.
What are so you talk about, there's like critical illness, which is, I'm in hospital, I'm seriously ill. Income protection, is like you've broken a leg or something's happened that's put you out of work temporarily, like a couple of months, is that kind of time frames?
Actually, income protection can be for anything,
okay,
really. So critical illness is based on a list of illnesses, so it covers the big stuff. Income protection is for a reason that you're not able to go to work and do your own occupation.
Why would you need both then?
So because they are different. So with the income protection, what you're doing is saying, okay, if I was off sick from work, would my employer pay me, and for how long? And then say you get a month of sick of work, then what we would do is say, okay, well, what happens in month 2? And that's what we would be protecting, your income, so your ability to earn some money after month 2. The insurance would pay you an income until you return to work. Critical illness is based on being diagnosed with, for example, cancer, and then it would pay you a lump sum on diagnosis. So you get that lump sum, it's yours, it's done. So say if you were diagnosed with cancer, you had £50,000 critical illness, you would put your claim in with the insurer, they would pay you the money, and then your policy finishes. Income protection is something that runs alongside your work until you retire. So you can make more than one claim. It can pay multiple times, and it can, pay for the same thing or a different thing. It is really there. It's like a privatised sickness scheme. So.
And could you could end up with the lump sum but getting paid every month, theoretically, for indefinitely till you're sick, till retirement age? If let's say you could never work again.
Yeah. Exactly that. So you'd get your lump sum. So they work together.
For critical illness.
For critical illness, yeah. So they complement each other. You'd get your lump sum for the critical illness. And then if you weren't able to work, if you have a long-term income protection plan, it will pay you until retirement. An interesting number that Liverpool Victoria came out with their claims last year. They had their longest claim was for 38 years.
That was a clip from our interview with Naomi Greatorex. If you want to see the full episode, just click right here.